Good morning from London. Well, it's nearly afternoon, a dull grey day, and hello from me, Dr. Dermot Hudson, the chairman of the British Group for the Study of the Juche Idea, chairman of KFA UK, an official delegate of the KFA for the UK, and president of the Association for the Study of Songun Politics of the UK. And this is another pre-recorded video, and on the 30th of December it will be the 10th anniversary of the appointment of the dear respected Marshal KIM JONG UN as Supreme Commander of the Korean People's Army. As I say, 10 years ago, on the 30th of December 2011, after the great leader, Comrade Kim Jong-il, had passed away, the political bureau of the Workers' Party of Korea, a party which has millions of members and is the guiding force of the Korean people and Supreme General Staff of the Korean Revolution, made a momentous decision to appoint respected Marshal KIM JONG UN as Supreme Commander of the Korean People's Army, which basically meant that he assumed the leadership of the Korean Revolution. Earlier, Rudon Sunmun, the daily paper of the Workers' Party of Korea, which translated means daily worker or workers daily or labour daily, had urged Comrade Kim Jong Un to take the supreme commandership of the Korean People's Army as desired by the Korean people. The destiny of People's Korea, and indeed that of socialism in the world, is on the bayonets of the Korean People's Army, the brave defenders of Juche socialism and People's Korea. In Korea, the forces of imperialism and socialism stand in confrontation with one another. The Korean Peninsula is the potential flashpoint of a Third World War and a powder keg. When he became Supreme Commander of the Korean People's Army, Comrade Kim Jong Un assumed a very heavy responsibility to defend the independence of the country and the socialist system, but also to defend world socialism and peace and stability in the Asia-Pacific region and indeed the entire world. Only 2 days after becoming Supreme Commander of the KPA, on the 1st of January 2012, respected Marshal Kim Jong Un paid a visit to the historic Seoul Rukyong-Su 105th Tank Division of the Korean People's Army. This is a tank unit of the KPA which is steeped in history, for it was this unit that the great leader Comrade Kim Jong-il started his Songun or Army First Revolutionary Leadership on the 25th of August 1960, and it was also the first unit of the KPA to advance into Seoul in June 1950, when South Korea and Seoul were liberated from US imperialist colonial rule and South Korean fascist puppet rule. Great days. By visiting the unit, Marshal Kim Jong Un effectively declared his intention to continue with the Songun-based revolutionary leadership of Comrade Kim Jong-il. There was to be no backsliding or slacking. The road of Juche-based defence building, the road of Songun, would continue. Marshal Kim Jong Un visited soldiers who were defending far-flung outposts of People's Korea that were on the front line with the enemy. He travelled in a small wooden boat to visit soldiers on an island. He also visited Panmunjom, the place where socialism and imperialism confront each other at gunpoint, but he had no fear of the enemy. In 2013, when the imperialists run amok with military exercises and provocations, as well as instigating their lackeys in the UN Security Council to pass resolutions and impose sanctions to try and intimidate and browbeat people's Korea. Marshal Kim Jong Un commanded the Revolutionary Armed Forces and Korean people in the confrontation with the enemy. He immediately called a meeting of the KPA Supreme Command on March 29th and drew up an operational plan to strike back hard against the enemies. He put his signature on the operational plan and ordered the strategic rocket force of the KPA to be on standby. The US had no choice but to back down. In 2015, when the South Korean puppets committed a severe provocation and challenged the socialist system of psychological warfare across the demilitarized zone, respected Marshal Kim Jong-un took swift measures which compelled the South Korean puppets to desist from foolish and provocative actions threatening peace. In 2017, when the situation on the Korean Peninsula came to the brink of war, Marshal Kim Jong-un led the KPA to stand firm and face down the threats of the US. Under the leadership of respected Marshal Kim Jong-un, the work of defence building was actively pushed forward. In March 2013, he put forward the revolutionary line of building the economy and nuclear force in parallel, a modern and creative application of the original line of building the economy and defence in parallel, which was first laid down by the great leader President Kim Il-sung in 1962. The DPRK scored great victories in building up the war deterrent force. It carried out nuclear tests in 2013, 2016 and 2017. In November 2017, the DPRK successfully tested the Hwasong intercontinental ballistic missile, or ICBM, thus crossing the nuclear finishing line to become a fully fledged member of the Nuclear Club and the ICBM Club. It should be added that recently the DPRK also tested a rail-borne missile, which greatly increased the tactical mobility of the DPRK strategic forces, and also tested a new type of submarine-launched ballistic missile. Thanks to the successful building of the war deterrent force, the DPRK could sit down and negotiate directly with the US on a level playing field. In June 2018, Supreme Leader Marshal Kim Jong-un met with Trump, the then US President. Previously, many had thought that such a meeting was impossible, that it was a fantasy, but it actually happened. Marshal Kim Jong-un showed remarkable shrewdness, reasonableness and flexibility by meeting the US President. At the same time, he defended the DPRK's supreme interests and did not fall into the trap that many others had blundered into. 3 years and 6 months after the DPRK US summit, not a single DPRK nuke or ICBM has been dismantled. The DPRK did not fall into the trap of Libya or Iraq or indeed the former Soviet Union. Under the supreme leadership of Supreme Commander Marshal Kim Jong-un, the KPA has further cemented the traditional army-people unity. Marshal Kim Jong-un had the KPA take part in construction work and create many monumental structures. When natural disaster struck, the KPA was always first on the scene, ready to offer aid and help the people. All in all, the past 10 years have been years of victory for the Korean People's Army and the Korean people under the guidance of respected Marshal Kim Jong-un, an illustrious, brilliant and iron-willed Supreme Commander, who follows in the footsteps of great President Kim Il-sung and Chairman Kim Jong Il. Long live dear respected Marshal Kim Jong Un. Long live the Korean People's Army. Long live the Workers' Party of Korea. Long live Juche. Long live self-reliance. Thank you very much for listening to that video. As I wish everybody all the best for the coming new year. Juche 111 or 2022. And if you're not already a subscriber to the channel Songun 007, please consider subscribing, and also check out my author spot on lulu.com. As I say, have a good day and goodbye.